I am back at it making another video. It has been a long while and I don't know how frequent I will be making videos. I just decided to film this one today on my skincare and my skin journey because I know in the past couple months since my skin has cleared up, I've gotten a lot of questions and comments and compliments, so thank you guys. And by no means is my skin perfect, but it has gotten a lot better from where it was before, and I'll go ahead and show some before pictures somewhere on the screen. My skin was kind of at a bad state for me, and I know there are people who have more problematic skin, and so I know by no means was my skin at the worst state possible, but it was getting too much for my liking and my normal, I guess what would be the right word, my normality for my skin, because I usually, like in high school, I've had blemishes and here and there, but I've never had too many. I've never needed to go see the dermatologist, but that'd be the first part of my journey, is that I actually went to go see the dermatologist back in October, November. She helped me tremendously, and she took a look at my skin and kind of did a little assessment, and she was just like, honestly, you just have a lot of clogged pores. She was like, ultimately the only thing I can do is really recommend is that you have facials, because of all of the clogged pores in your skin. You really need a good deep cleaning and extractions, and so that's what she ultimately recommended. But while I was there, she was able to prescribe me with some medication for about 2 months, and I can't remember what the name of it was. I don't remember if it was Bactrim or Bactrin, something back something, and basically it was just an antibiotic to help clear out my skin. Also, what she recommended was for me to purchase, it didn't matter what kind of face wash it was, as long as it had the benzoyl peroxide, and she recommended at least 5%. Just this, it was just a Neutrogena, over-the-counter face wash. It wasn't anything bougie. It was just this, and this is I think $6, $7, $8. Something super cheap, and I think this is my third bottle. The next thing that she had recommended was the Differin gel, and basically this is just a topical. Do be careful though when you use this, because when I got this on the warning kind of instructions, you're not allowed to get any facial waxings. You have to be careful with some of the masks that you kind of use, and also you have to be careful that you are using sunscreen with it, because when you use this, it kind of removes that first layer on your skin, and so it you can get sunburns a lot more easier with this, and so you just have to be careful that you're taking extra precaution with your skin. But this helped work wonders, and initially when I had went, she had told me to just kind of apply this all over my face because of how much blemishes I had at the time, and then I slowly decreased it to only using it as more of a spot treatment, and now I don't really use it as often. Every now and then I'll still reach for it, but I've only had to buy 1 tube, and it's lasted me a pretty good while, so definitely love it. Starting off with my day-to-day routine, what I take is my cleansing wash that I mentioned previously. All I do is I just take about I don't know, a dime size, and I kind of smear it on my face, and I either use my hands to wash my face with lukewarm water, unless if I'm being impatient, then I'll use whatever temperature the water comes out to be from the faucet. And I also use, this is a Michael Todd Sony Clear Petite cleansing brush, and so basically it's just a little facial brush, kind of like the Clarisonic, I guess, a little bit cheaper, and personally I love it. I've tried other facial brushes. I haven't tried the Clarisonic. That was one of the ones that I did want for a while, but there's also mixed reviews on those. I have tried kind of cheaper off-brand ones that are $20-$30, and those ones have just never worked out for me. This one though, I love. I was just using the initial brush head that came with the brush, and that worked wonderfully, but of course you have to replace them, and so I ended up going on Amazon and getting this a cashmere one, or I don't know. It's basically supposed to be softer for sensitive skin, because that's the type of skin type that I have. I have sensitive combo skin, and so it was supposed to work better, but honestly I feel it doesn't do as much, and so I've been trying to use it, but I feel it doesn't clean my face as well as the regular one does, so I'm probably gonna switch back to it soon so I can use this more frequently. But besides that, I honestly really love the device. There's also 3 different settings on there, so that makes it extremely well if you have more sensitive skin like I do. So after I cleanse my face, what I typically do is I take some sort of toner, and I've been using this one for forever. It's the Mario Badescu facial spray, the rose water one. Next I use my moisturizer, and the one that I am currently using is the L'Oreal Hydrogenous. And I love this one because it's like a gel kind of formula and it feels so lightweight. And having oily skin, I always feel like I'm just like an oil slick, and I feel like this moisturizer has helped tremendously with my oily skin and still keeping my skin moisturized without being a grease ball. After that, what I have been recently doing, this is like newer to me, about a month ago, I started using the Garnier Skin Active Clearly Brighter Anti-Puff Eye Roller. And so all you do is you take the cap off, and it has like this metallic ball. And I don't know how, but it always stays really cold, and so you just kind of rub it underneath your eyes like this. And it is so nice and refreshing, and I think that's why I love it, is that it stays so cold, so it's almost as if you put it in the freezer and you just took it out, and it just feels so refreshing in the morning and at night. So that's my skincare routine day and night. I use the same one day and night. I don't really have like a different one in the morning and a different one at night like I know some people do, which is, I don't know if that's like a good or bad thing, but that's just me personally, because I try not to make it too complicated, because if not I'll forget something or I just won't keep up with it. As far as like more pampering stuff, I love to do facial masks, and right now the ones that I've been loving are just regular sheet masks. I love these ones, the Neutrogena, the Hydra Boost. I don't know why, but it's the pink one. I don't know if it's for like glowiness or something, because I've tried the deep cleansing one, which I like that one as well, but the pink one, what is the pink one called? I don't know what the pink one's called, but the pink one tingled. Oh, Radiance, that's what it is. The Radiance mask. The Radiance one from Neutrogena, I don't know why, but it tingled my face, and so I just don't use that one. Like, it tingled it in a bad way, and I was kind of like red after I removed it, but I love this one. Also, what I love to do is there's this thing called the wedding mask from Aveda, and really you're supposed to be able to use this every day, but it's kind of expensive, so I don't use it every day. I use it like when I feel like treating my skin or whatever I feel like the case may be. But they have the mask and the eye cream, and I love these. They are great. They're just a little expensive, but honestly, Aveda products, I went through a phase last summer where like I would just drop money like nothing buying Aveda products, and you know what, they're so good. They're just so expensive, so if you can afford it, you know, by all means I would go out of your way and buy some, because everything that I've tried from them is amazing. The other thing that I do is I get facials, which facials can be really expensive, especially if you go to like, I know whenever I went to my dermatologist, they had their facials there, and they were ranging from anywhere from like $80 to like $200-300 for one facial, which I'm a college student. That's just not feasible. It's not feasible. It's not doable. I hated my skin at the time, but I was not willing to drop that much money for a facial, especially not as frequent as they were wanting me to go, like on a monthly basis. So instead, I kind of looked around, and I had gotten facials before at Aveda Institute, which honestly, I know some people are maybe like iffy on going to like a beauty school just because they're still learning, but I love Aveda Institute, at least the one here in Corpus Christi. They are always so professional and so nice, and the atmosphere is always great. Their facials right now, they start off at $35 for a 60-minute facial, which is a steal if you ask me. I get the 60-minute facial, and then I add on what's called a plant peel if they have there. So that one, it's supposed to be a lot smoother and not as harsh on your skin as a chemical peel, but it's basically supposed to help with texture and your pores and all that good stuff. And I find that when I did their plant peel series, which is when you go once a week for 4 weeks, and you have the plant peel done with you along with the facial, my skin transformed like immediately in that month. And still, it took like a month. It didn't happen overnight, but that plant peel like changed my skin. It is phenomenal. That is pretty much it for my skincare journey routine. What I should end with is that my skin has miraculously changed within, what is it, like an 8-month time span? I don't know, almost a year. It has been a pain in the butt, you know, waiting and trying new products, but honestly I think at the end of the day it was helpful to actually speak to someone who would understand my skin concerns, whether it be like an esthetician who does your facials, or if you go to a dermatologist, whomever. Honestly, that helped me so much because I was dropping money like nothing trying to figure out a way to fix my skin, and I didn't know how to on my own. Also, if you do your own research on the ingredients in your products, that will help give you a better insight on what you're actually putting on your face. My skin has gone through a tremendous journey. It has had really a lot of blemishes and it was really red, and it ended up kind of calming down, and then I had more scarring. And then I had more scarring, and then I had more open pores, and now I kind of still, what I'm currently having to work on with my skin is that I have a lot of open pores and I still have oiliness, and so I kind of have to be careful with that because I can still have a lot of blemishes that can arise. But for the most part, my skin is pretty manageable now. It's not as problematic. I hope that something that I said in this video, whether it was any tip or any product or just something that I said along the way, helps you with your skin or helps you with your skin journey, because it is a journey. This is not something that's gonna like happen overnight. It's gonna happen with a lot of work and effort that you put into your skincare and the time that you take to make your skincare routine as best suited for you, and it's gonna take a while. It's not gonna happen overnight. It's gonna take a while, so just stick through it and, you know, just get through it. And I know it's going to be hard if you do suffer from more problematic skin, but it'll be worth it in the end if you put the time and effort and the energy to kind of seek out the extra information and go the extra mile to help get your skin nice and clear and better for you. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.